Hey guys, how's it going? Real Randy Chavez here. I'm coming at you just doing a Pokemon video. I'm going to split these up between Pokemon and stock videos. This one's Pokemon. T18, so Typhlosion number 18, first edition PSA 9, sold for $610. Remember a few weeks ago when that sold for like 900 something? It's way down now. Seen a bit of a correction. Shadowless Charizard, PSA 6, signed by Arita himself. And the Arita signature got a 9. That was the autograph, but the PSA 6. PSA 6, just in general, for Shadowless Charizard, would probably get, say if the 9's about between 2 and, let's say the 8 is like 1,200. 1,000 to 1,200. We'll say the 7 is, 5 to 600. All right, that's interesting. So the 6, even if the 6 is like 400, this definitely sold for a high premium, because usually what a signature does for Arita, it takes whatever it's selling at and then it doubles it. So there's the pattern I've seen. And that's just for Arita. If you're going to like Ken Sugimori, times it by 10, add a 0. That's pretty much what it is. So let's say this should have been like an $800 card, sold for 1.3 grand. But again, sometimes that signature carries a premium. Again, usually it'll double the value. In this case, it tripled it. Dark Raichu, first edition PSA 8, sold for $75. We had an Alakazam from base set 2, PSA 9, sold for $51. T17, first edition, this was raw. The lower the grade, the more inaccurate I am at it. Like 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm very good at. This was not good. It was between a 5 and a 7, I'd say. If I could even give it a 5, okay. 7 might be a little too, like the hollow was fudged up. A little bit uncentering. If you were to go just off the back, it probably would have gotten an 8. So yeah, I'm going to say it was like a 5 then. But it sold for $455. Freaking nuts. Dark Dragonite, or first edition PSA 9 from the Fossil set. Hollow sold for $321. Dark Dragonite is not Fossil. I apologize. That was from Rocket. Either way, $321. And we had a Steelix first edition. This is a BGS 9. Or a 9.5. And what the subgrades on this was, it had a 10 for centering, a 9 for the corners, and a 9.5 for everything else. So it averaged to a 9.5, and I think that the 9 sold for like 127 the other day. 9.5 sold for 179. I'm not sure what the 10 sells for. 300 maybe, 350. Probably should sell for more. I'll put mine up and I'll let you know what it gets. Speaking of which, I sold a Dark Gyarados the other day for $30. Sold another one for $25 and put another one up for $30. I put this one up for $35. No bids yet, but we'll see what happens. We had a gym challenge lot here. A lot is when they put, a bunch of cards in. It's more than 1 or 2. We had a Giovanni's Nidoking, first edition PSA 8, hollow. A Koga's Ditto, first edition PSA 9, hollow. And a Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, first edition PSA 9, hollow. The Giovanni's Nidoking, I think it's probably only worth like $50 at a PSA 8. The Koga's Ditto is probably another $50. The Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, the PSA 9 is probably $100 something. Maybe 100. But so $242 for this someone hit premium, but maybe they're just like, you know what? I'm working on a set. I don't care what the grade is. It looks good, or they're doing it for binder set. Grab all 3 at once. Probably what they did. Ditto, first edition PSA 10 from the Fossil set. Sold for $400. I think that's a record price point for that. Then I can understand it if you put something at a reserve. Let's say it's like a $3,000 item, and you want to make sure you don't get screwed. You put a reserve, $1,500, $1,800, whatever. There's a Charizard Gold Star. Let's say I think the 8 sells for like $1,000 or like $1,200 in between there. So the 7 should probably get like, between 5 and 700, give or take. So a Charizard Gold Star PSA 7 was on auction. Final bid was $727, which is a great price for it. The reserve still wasn't met. What type of fucking fool, greedy moron is this guy? Like, if you're just going to make the reserve so freaking high that no one's going to bet for it, don't put it on auction. Just fucking list it. Maybe the guy is just like, let me see what it can get, and I'll just put the reserve like at $2,000, and if it gets $2,000, I'll, whatever. But like, That's not cool, man. People are using, like, people are bidding on that. People are trying to do what they were doing with it. I don't know how this folded here. I don't know what I did. There we go. So anyway, that's my video for today. It's not a very long one. Things that I'm looking to buy is a Sabrina's Abra. First edition, PSA 10, number 94. I put a buy thread on E4. I was like, I will give you 100. This is a common card. Like, if you pull open a pack, you're probably going to get this card. But PSA 10 is just, that is that hard to grade. Just people don't grade commons usually that often. But $150. I'm willing to pay pretty much what some people will pay, like a first edition PSA 10 Koga's Ditto. That's a hollow. That's a rare gem mint card. And I'm going to pay it for this Sabrina's Abra because that's the last one I need. Again, there is rarity. There's scarcity. Like, Koga's Ditto is rare. That is hard to find. That's as hard to find as a Blaine's Charizard because the pull rate for them is the same. And all right, so it's rare. It's not scarce because we see those a lot. Or not a lot, but more than the Sabrina's Abra. Sabrina's Abra is not rare. You will find that. Let's say if you open up 10 packs, you'll probably find, 2 or 3 of those, minimum. And you're going to see that card almost never. Like, the last one I saw was like sometime in 2019, and it sold for like $80, $90, something like that. So even though it's not rare, it's scarce. So it's scarce because you can't freaking find it. It is freaking Waldo. It is the Waldo of Pokemon. You just can't. Like, you can't find it at that grade. First edition PSA 10. I don't even know how many PSA 10 copies there are. There's probably less than 20. And not because that it's like ungradable or it's insanely hard to grade, but it's just nobody grades it but now, like, people need it to complete sets, and I'll pay $150. If I don't get it in like the next 2 weeks, I'll put another offer out for $200 for that, for a common card. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Posted a thread on E4 as well about a price and market discussion. Sorry, I got a text message. Price and market discussion about Misty's Gold Duck, because one had sold it for $1,600. The Gold Duck I bought for $3,500 after taxes was $3,800. Somebody bought that exact card for $1,500 2 months ago. 2 months later, made an easy $2,000. That person, good on you. I'm not even mad. By the way, I'm going to bounce, guys. I love you all. Please comment, like. I want you guys, my audience, my friends here, to be able to make more money with Pokemon. Understand the market, understand the wants and needs and psychology of people. I want you guys to make money. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye, guys.